my dude. Extra, my dude. Extra, my dude. Extra, my dude. What up, rapgrid.com? This the friendly neighborhood fat man, Poison Pen BK. We in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn as usual. We're in restoration and all that. Happy hour, Applebee's always the wave. Story time with Poison Pen, man. Me and Direct linked up at did a few stories for a series and everything, and I touched on the situation, touched on a friend and a colleague of mine, and then somebody decided to reach out to me after that, and guess who's in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn with me?
You squint your eyes and look deceitful. That's why God loved Chinese people. What's up, man?
My bro back, son.
Yo, I'm back. I'm bringing the Nelly thing back. I'm here. Shout out to my little man. We was roughhousing on the carpet and he left me with a little, little abrasion, but it's all good. I stole one of his Band-Aids, so. Yo, real quick, man, I hope this goes out before, not to start on a somber note, but I do want to make sure I get this in because it's just heavy on my heart. I'm sure heavy on a lot of people's heart. PH tribute event around the corner. If you're in New York, and if you even remotely refer to yourself as a hip-hop head, there's no reason at all that you shouldn't be here. Number one, to just honor and celebrate, PH's life. And also, yo, the lineup is ridiculous. If you refer to yourself as a hip-hop head. And yo, man, I'll be there in spirit. Yeah, August 5th. I'll definitely be there in spirit, but what's up, man? Yeah, what's up, man? It's good. It's good to reconnect. It's good to just catch up. Yo, I think the reality that when I first met you, I was 19. And I'm standing here now, like, yo, 15 years later almost. It's pretty dope. It's good. It's good. We're both standing here, breathing, healthy, alive, and good spirits, man.
You look good, baby.
I'm alright. I was eating that Hong Kong rice. It's different from the rice out here. I know y'all stay in the corners, the Chinese takeout spot, but I just want to clarify, the rice they give y'all there and the rice I'm eating out in China is a little different, so.
What's the difference with the rices? I know this is going to be a rice blog, but what's the difference between the rice in China and the rice in New York?
It's probably a little more, how do I put it, a little more authentic.
Oh, yeah,
it makes absolutely no sense. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying, if you eating fried rice and whatnot in Hong Kong, I would like to think it's a little more authentic than on Fulton and No String. No shots fired. I'm just saying, no shots fired. I'm just saying. But yeah, no, man. Salute to you. Salute to Rap Grid. Salute. I think it's been enough. Been a fair amount of interviews and stuff where I have shared that, man, what you guys are doing with just the battle culture and kind of the direction and how it's evolved, man. I'm super supportive, super fan, and I'm here, man.
You keep keeping it real generic.
It's not generic.
That was generic.
That was so specific.
That was generic, but it's cool.
All right, prompt me with a question that I can't respond with a generic answer.
So I got a question for y'all.
Yes.
What's the illest memory that y'all have together?
Oh, you can set it off, or I mean, well, I think the thing that this is a good opportunity for me, and you can jump in anytime, Pen, is like I said. I mentioned that I first met Pen, or we first both met each other when I was about 19. That's just one small part of the picture. I think the circumstance was what really is, to me, I treasure for all the time now and many years to come, is that was around the time I had just moved up to New York from Miami. I was running around there, battling the whole scene, and basically that means parable 7 times. And I was like, yo, if I really want to do this, I gotta go to the Mecca, New York. And I came up here with my family, and yo, one of the first, so this is before any leagues, okay? Before there was leagues existing, before there was channels existing, it was just, you want to battle, you gotta go to the event, you gotta get in, sign up, and whatnot. And one of the first individuals that I met to kind of allow me to experience these things that I'm talking about was this man right here. And whether it was at Wetlands, is Wetlands still open, Pen?
Wetlands been closed since the date you had your last battle
there. They closed it. Yo, I battled for the record also. This is we doing this Rap Grid, so it's a lot of fun facts. You could pop it up on the screen. What y'all saw as far as me and Solomon at Fight Club, that was the second time we battled. Pen was probably in the building the first time I battled Solomon, which was at Wetlands, bragging rights. And but yeah, my point is, man, just not only do I look back on these experiences and cherish, you know, the actual battle and those wins and losses and whatnot, but I definitely feel like the people that were around at that time, not just Penn yourself, but even, you know, that collective of individuals that was so supportive. Shout out to, you know, the Plague. Right, shout out to QN5, right, the E fam, you know, all these guys that, not for nothing, as a 19-year-old, I was like, yo, this is it. These individuals, yourself, Penn, Pac, C-Race, all these guys, and you know, just how y'all kind of, I think, went above and beyond in terms of embracing me and allowing me to be like that little, you know, adopted Chinese brother that y'all never had. And yo, and if I never, you know, expressed it enough, man, it's definitely something that I cherish then and cherish now. Now more than ever, I think, as I get older and I look back on, man, what did I really get to see and experience in this overall journey as far as my career and whatnot. So.
Now I remember one time we was in, this is before footage and all that, when we was in Riverbank Park in Harlem.
Yes!
And we was ciphering against like 853 people.
Yeah. Yeah, yo, it was like a basketball tournament or something.
Yeah, it was like some and-one type shit.
And-one type thing.
Yeah. And
I just always felt safe standing next to Penn, which is still, that feeling still, you know, it still applies to right now.
That's my bro, man. That's my bro, man.
But it was great, man. And I think even at a young age like that, I probably wasn't as vocal as I could have been in terms of telling you, thanks, man.
That's what I love, my G.
Yeah, it was dope.
Like anything.
.com battles.
Yeah. Like anything I ever did was just because I felt like it should be done, not because expecting anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
so,
Penn hated the Chinese jokes whenever he saw me in a battle. So he was the first person to really kind of make a stand for me about that. But you know, it was such a dope experience, and here I am, man. And I wish you all the best. Yo, I definitely want to stay connected. You know, I know you got a bunch of events coming up, man. And I'm here in New York now more than in China. So I don't know if you want to take the Poison Pen TV out to Hong Kong and all that.
Let's do that tomorrow. I will jump on the first flight to Hong Kong.
Yo, we speak things into life.
Listen,
hold up real quick.
I've never been. I want to go. I've never been.
You've never been to Hong Kong?
Never been.
Okay.
Never been
then
to China
I definitely need the privilege of being one of the first individuals to, you know, allow you to experience the Hong Kong thing. Yeah, and you know, I know his first thought is, yeah, you know that joint in Rush Hour, Heaven on Earth? That was just in the movie. Nah, I'm fucking, I'm messing with him. But I know a couple of like the legit massage joints, so I don't really know about the Heaven on Earth.
I don't think I'm gonna need one. I think it's gonna go out there and I'm gonna be the fly fat man and this is gonna happen.
Oh, good. That's true.
You feel me?
That's true.
I'm just gonna swag my way
shout
through
out
the planet.
to the battle leagues in Hong Kong too.
Oh, we definitely gotta
shout out to the battle leagues. There actually is, man. As you know, from what I've seen and experienced, it's a very small, super small community right now. But it blows my mind to see these kids come out.
Name them. Do you know the name of my name?
There's the one that I comes to mind is run by this guy named Dirty R. So shout out to Dirty R. I don't know if that's the name of the league, but one of the guys that runs it. Dirty R is like Gully TKO.
Okay.
Yeah. So
King of the Dot, what up?
Yeah.
Oh, we just announced Iron Solomon versus Daylight for World Dom as well. So me in Toronto, the end of August, we gonna be out there. King of the Dot. Got Solomon in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Shout out to Rap Grid. Shout out to all the people out there that grew up with this battling culture. And even if you're like a new fan, I think stuff like this is great for you to dive back and see that there's a lot of history in all of it, man. Yo, just so many dope memories, man, and ones that I'm glad we have platforms like this to really capture now, and we can relive and re-experience them. So yo, I'm gonna end on this again. If y'all are in New York, make sure you go check this out. It's gonna be an awesome event, not just, you know, with dope music and whatnot, but in terms of like purpose and really remembering and honoring someone who contributed so much to the hip-hop culture, man.
PH, big bro, man, next week, man.
Yo, mad memories in terms of the same thing I was saying about when I first got to New York, running around, standing in front of Fat Beats, and these were like the staples that you would see for sure. Whether it's Penn, was PH, it's just stuff that, yo, I think you kind of really reflect during times like this, how precious those moments are. So, salute.